I spent like 4 hours in decorating this house. By the time I got towards the end of decorating this house and landscaping for this house, I was delirious. Hello YouTube, my name is sezrawrr and welcome to another spooky season video, and today we're doing another spooky build. Today I really wanted to challenge myself though with a very interesting shape. If you guys are new to my channel though, I should mention that I suck at building houses in The Sims, so I generally make silly builds on purpose. They're actually not supposed to be good, they are supposed to be functional though. So far this spooky season I have already built a house in the shape of a ghost. I'm not freaking kidding, it's in the shape of a ghost. So, further along that vein, going with something else that's spooky season related today, I wanted to build a house in the shape of a pumpkin. And specifically, I was very inspired by this emoji right here. I was inspired by that emoji, so that's kind of like the vibes that I was feeling for this house. So, we're gonna get right on into the speed build for this one, so let's get into it. So again, I did similar things that I did with the ghost house in making the shape of this house, because I do suck at building, so I had no idea how I was actually going to make this happen. So we've got the curved roof pieces to really make the shape of the pumpkin, but the actual house itself, the livable part of the house, is actually a big rectangle underneath the roof pieces. That was just going to be like the only way that I was going to be able to do it, I think, to make this an actual functional living pumpkin. It's going to be the only way. So once I got the shape worked out, it was really fun to go from there, having it actually kind of look like a pumpkin with a little stem sticking out of the top. I think it actually looks pretty nice for a pumpkin, and then just figuring out the size and all that stuff was really the issue, and how to sit it on this lot. Importantly, I should mention this is the first time I'm not building in Newcrest for this kind of series. I'm building in Brindleton Bay. This shape of lot is exactly what I needed for this pumpkin house, so I wanted it to be really bright and orange. So we've got this bright orange everywhere. The only thing that I really struggled with in finding the right orange is that no oranges seem to match. I mean, isn't it just like totally The Sims 4 that nothing matches? Although that being said, we have recently had the update where they updated like 1,000 base game stuff swatches, so hopefully things match a little bit more, but the oranges just weren't matching. I did find something in the end that I think works though. For some reason, I really struggled with also like the layout of this house. Like, it's a rectangle, and so was my ghost house, but I think because it's like a different orientation of rectangle, like it's a horizontal rectangle, not a vertical rectangle like the ghost was, it was just a struggle. But let me tell you guys, I was 110% determined to make this a silly, spooky house, because it's a pumpkin. Like, why would you make this anything but silly and spooky? So a lot of the spooky season stuff gets used in here. Again, I know you're seeing we've got the carpet, the chevron carpet, and the wallpapers. They're all spooky stuff except for the tile. I don't think the tile in the kitchen is spooky stuff. Getting the windows on, again, I decided to use the Realm of Magic windows once again. I did use them in the ghost build, but they are just so beautiful and ornate, and I feel like this is really kind of like the only time to use them. This is kind of a silly build. It's supposed to be a little bit silly. You go a little bit over the top, so I used all the different styles, but I did actually learn something with these freaking Realm of Magic windows though. Do you see the little like arch pieces that I've got there? They actually go on the side of the rectangle windows. How did I not freaking know that? That they are a set and they piece together like that and they are seamless and they are beautiful. How did I not know that? I had no idea. So that was a nice little surprise, and it just looks really nice. So you'll see I'm getting a lot of the spooky stuff out, a lot of the furniture. We're putting a lot of jack-o'-lanterns on the outside of this house. In nighttime, I wanted it to be really bright, like a jack-o'-lantern from nighttime. I do end up changing those lights to something a little bit better that looks a little bit better though in the long run. Setting up this house though was very difficult. Like I said, for some reason I just struggled so much with the layout. It works in the end, but it was just really difficult to get the idea that I really wanted for this layout of this house. I just don't know why I struggled so much with it in the beginning. So making it kind of dark and dingy on the inside with the spooky stuff. The kitchen, I knew straight away that I wanted to have orange appliances and black counters. So again, I'm pretty sure we don't go in with the Realm of Magic counter counters. We end up going in with a different counter. I think it's the cottage living counters that I end up going with. I can't really remember though. I think that's what I did. And then the dining space is actually in the kitchen. We've got island seating in the kitchen. That's the only dining space that there is, just because again, like the flow of this house was kind of strange. The kitchen, I really liked the end result though. I think the kitchen looks really nice once I finish the decorating and everything, and just like the layout, it just flows really nicely. I like it. So back into the lounge room though, and I mean there's just so much space and I just didn't know what to do with it, so I said screw it, let's go into the bedroom next. So I wanted to go with this like gothic vibes. I just didn't feel like the chevron carpet was right for it though, and then in trying to find the right vibes for this bedroom, I wanted to go with something orange, an orange bed. And I just didn't like any until I went back and tried the cottage living bed, and yes, it is just perfect in that swatch. It's beautiful, and this was when I decided that actually I can't do a disservice to this bed by having it be a spooky build once again. So the inside of this house, like it was pretty much decided once I put that Paranormal Stuff rug down. The inside of this house again is not silly spooky, it's actually functional and kind of cute like a normal house would be. I promise you though, there are definitely some silly elements to this house in the end after it's all decorated and landscaped and everything. There's definitely some spooky elements. I do keep the spooky wallpaper. I just couldn't quite have it be so in your face and silly, that's all. And once I figured that out, everything just fell into place. With the layout of the living room, it just all fell into place. The bathroom is one of my favorite bathrooms I have ever made. It just flowed so freaking nicely. It's like it was just perfect. Once I got rid of the idea of it has to be silly spooky, everything just fell into place, and that's just kind of the way that I like it. So again, you'll see we're using the Realm of Magic windows in some key feature moments in the bathrooms and in the master bedroom as well. I absolutely freaking love the black and rose gold stuff in the bathroom though, like the trim of the shower, the sink that I use, the toilet, it's all like black with the rose gold trim. It looks freaking sick, and that is the end of the speed build. So again, I've shown you nothing of this house. We went in a complete 360 though in this video. We started off really trying to make it spooky, and then it just kind of went to normal. But that being said, I am really excited to show you this house fully furnished, fully decorated and everything. It does definitely have some more spooky vibes than the ghost house did, I promise you. And honestly, the reason for that is I spent like 4 hours in decorating this house. I changed the landscaping so many times. I changed the outdoor ideas so many times that by the time I got towards the end of decorating this house and landscaping for this house, I was delirious. It completely changed the vibe of this house from being really nice to kind of silly and spooky as well. That being said, let me show you this pumpkin house all finished in The Sims 4. So this is the pumpkin house from the front. Again, we've got an incredibly flat roof, but I know you'll be seeing we've got some stuff and it's all really cool. So I switched out the lanterns that I had against the wall to light up this place for these lanterns that came with seasons, I'm pretty sure. So they are just the perfect spookiness and they work so well. They look really nice at nighttime. It's perfectly lit up. It is so good. So this is the house from the front. We've got pumpkins frickin' law. Seriously, once I thought that I was gonna make this house in the shape of a pumpkin, I knew I wanted to have just pumpkins everywhere. Literally, they line the entire outside of this house. So to go inside this house, we step up to the front door. Also love the little spooky mailbox as well. Love that. So the front door, again, is the same as the doors that I used in the ghost house. It's that 50 simoleon door. I'm not sure if the double door is 50 simoleons, but it's got like the glass paneling that's ornate at the top, and I used the black version of the single doors on the inside. But let's walk inside this pumpkin house, and this is what you see when you walk through the door, is the door to the bedroom. So we've got a nice little shelving unit that is yellow. I did focus on using mainly orange and black, but there is a little splash of yellow there because that bookshelf was just perfect for that space. I just needed it. So over to the right, we've got the kitchen, and we might go with the kitchen next while we are here because this is the kitchen all finished. How freaking nice does this look with the orange appliances? We've got little pumpkins everywhere still, some orange appliances. And then this is the little dining area right here. Just 3 little dining seats there at the island benches. I just think that this looks really, really nice. I really like this kitchen. So then I know you're seeing down this hallway to the freaking lounge room. Oh my god, do I love this lounge room. I love this lounge room so freaking much. So got a nice little hat stand and a little console table with some shoes and stuff. We got plants galore, including a cow plant, because how could you not have a cow plant in this spooky build? So then this is the lounge room itself. We've got a little TV on a console table. We've got a little skull teddy bear in the Halloween colors there, and then we've got these beautiful Victorian looking seats. I love the greenery in here though of the plants. It kind of just offsets the orange a little bit, because don't get me wrong, I like the orange aesthetic for this build. It was a little bit too much, and then just having the green to offset that, just it works really nicely, I think. So green is also a Halloween color as well, you know, the neon greens, and there's purple as well, so it still works really nicely. I just like have a freaking look at that. I just love that picture. So then through this door, we've got the master bedroom, or kind of the master suite, because the bathroom goes off the bedroom. So it's kind of like the master suite with an ensuite as well. So when we walk through the door, this is what we see. We've got a nice little spooky, deep, dark and grungy little seating area in the corner there. I freaking love that. I want that in real life. Please let me have that in real life. And then that door leads out into the backyard. And then over this side here, we've got like these console tables with the little closets on either side of the windows, a little mirror, and then here is the bed itself. Did I put nothing above that bed? Oh, okay. Like I said, towards the end of this build, I was delirious. So I will try and put a little picture above the bed or something if I can find something that I think will work nicely. But I do just like the vibes. We've got like the dingy dark lighting in here. It creates this really intimate little setting. I love the candles. It just looks really, really nice. And this freaking rug from the Paranormal Stuff pack is so beautiful in this black. Like, I also want that in real life, please and thank you. And then swing back around towards the bathroom. We've got the little study nook in the corner here. This door at the end here is to the bathroom, so let's go and take a look at what had me so excited, my favorite bathroom that I think I've ever made. And this is what you see when you walk through the door. We've got the bathtub underneath this gorgeous Realm of Magic window. We've got the toilet immediately to the right with a little koi picture above it, segregated with this little like divider here to the vanity that I freaking love. It's kind of basic, very similar to the ghost one actually, with the mirror that I used, and similar in style here. But the thing that had me so freaking excited about this bathroom was the shower, because I used this divider, and this divider was just perfect in segregating the freaking shower and having it be like an open shower against the wall. Unfortunately, you can't see the rose gold pipes because they're in the wall. But this shower space is just so freaking cool. And then having some orange and black towels. The shower caddy is freaking sick. I just love this. And this just like open plan vibes. So back out into the bedroom though, because this door leads out to the back of the house. So let's have a quick look out the back door here. And this is what you see. I mean, immediately we've got the archway again from the Country Cottage pack. It just works really nicely. You'll see we've got pumpkins everywhere, but let me come out from this way and show it to you from this angle, because you'll see here there's pumpkins everywhere. We've got some little log seating underneath the windows. Pumpkins go freaking law again. The lanterns out here are absolutely awesome. So then we might get back to the front of the house. I'll show you the really silly stuff back in my Delirium that kind of bring this house back from being a really nice looking pumpkin to being really, really silly. So to the left of the house, we've got some activities, and like I said in my Delirium, I kind of was struggling with landscaping. I know you can see the side of the house. We've got all these pumpkins, and that looks really freaking nice. But then I had so much space on either side of the house that I really struggled to know what to do with. So we've got this really big orange tree in the back. But then I kind of thought, well, if someone's gonna live here in this house in the shape of a pumpkin and it's all orange and black, they clearly like Halloween. So I kind of thought, what if it's like your kind of kooky aunt that lives here that absolutely freaking loves Halloween? She's kind of kooky, but it's the best place to go in spooky season because she's got all of the things that you could want to do in spooky season. So we've got a little campfire here that you can tell spooky stories around the campfire. And then we've got these little pumpkin carving stations with the little jack-o'-lantern stuff there. That was really fun to build. But if we have a look at the right side of the house, that's where the fun truly is, because I made a freaking maze. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna have to show you it from top down because I can't really walk through it from here, so I'll show it to you top down. But I made a freaking maze, like what would be at, like, I imagine a pumpkin patch. We don't really have kind of like pumpkin patches in Australia, not like they do in America from what I've seen anyway, because Halloween isn't as huge in Australia as you would probably think. It's definitely garnered a lot more popularity over the last like 5 or so years, but not enough to the point where we actually have dedicated pumpkin patches that have like freaking mazes and things like that. So then behind that we've just got this little purple lantern tree, because purple is a Halloween color. So purple lantern tree with little scarecrow and pumpkins everywhere. So that is that. I will show you this house from the top down though, because you haven't even seen what's made it a freaking pumpkin yet. So this is the pumpkin house from top down. We've got the vibes, the jack-o'-lantern vibes that I wanted from the emoji, and you'll be able to see on the either side again we've got the campfire and the pumpkin carving station, and then the maze over here. So just try your luck. You'll see we've got some things at the dead ends like they generally have in mazes, so work your way through the maze. It's a pretty easy maze really, but I'm not very good at building, and this was kind of just what I could do for this little freaking maze. But the last thing I really want to do for this house, I want to show you it at nighttime, because yeah, it looks pretty sick during the day, but at nighttime it has a whole new freaking life. It really does. It has a whole new life. So just with how bright this is just at nighttime anyway, but I definitely also just want to show you like the front at nighttime, the lanterns and all the pumpkins just lighting up. The maze here is all lit up. It's kind of dingy and dark still, but it's light enough. The lantern tree creates some beautiful light down the sides of this house and around the back of this house. These lanterns are just amazing. I freaking love them. And then around this tree in the corner, this is the orange tree during the daytime. We've got all of these pumpkins around it, but I wanted there to be some lights as well, so I cheated these lights into the tree. So it looks like there's just hands coming out of the tree that are holding candles. Love that. So then we've got the little pumpkin carving station with the graves behind it that are also lights, and the lights there. And then of course, if there were people sitting around this campfire, there would be light from the campfire. So also, just like I did with Ghosty Goo, I made a dedicated person, and like I said, she's kind of the kooky aunt that really likes Halloween. So she is all dressed up in like jack-o'-lantern stuff. She is a pumpkin herself. Her name is Jack-o'-lantern. I should have called her Jackie. Why did I not call her Jackie Lantern? That would just make so much more sense, calling her Jackie. So that is who owns this house, is your kooky aunt Jackie Lantern, who loves Halloween. Love that. So that being said, if you would like to download this house and put it in your game, I don't really know why. I make these videos for the funny ha-has, not because I actually think that you would want to place these houses in your games. But if you would like to, it will be on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the same way it's spelt here, and you'll see it is called Pumpkin House, and I've used nighttime for all of the stuff, because how could you freaking not use nighttime in the preview here? It looks freaking sick. I do use a lot of packs in this build, as I generally do, although this time I didn't use as many packs as I did for the ghost house, so that's nice. But I do use a lot of packs. I am lucky enough to have access to all of the packs, and while I'm making these silly builds that I don't actually expect anyone to put in their game, you're just watching this video for the funny ha-has, I'm just going to use the packs that I want to use, the items that I want to use, and that means that I'm going to use a lot of packs. There will probably be packs that I've used in this build though, like the Strangerville pack, where I use literally one thing. I use a lava lamp. So literally you could replace that. If you just want to download this house and give it a try, like there's probably a lot of these packs that I use one thing that could probably be replaced with something else. So let's give this jack-o'-lantern its moment to shine. But guys, that's all I've got for this spooky season video of building a house in the shape of a pumpkin, specifically a jack-o'-lantern. It was definitely fun to build, except for the delirium towards the end, but fun nonetheless. So if you guys would like to see more of me and more spooky season videos, because spooky season is not over yet, there is more to come. So if you'd like to see any more, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Let me know which room in this house is your favorite, or which like outdoor thing is your favorite. I love the maze that I built. I think it's really cool, but I also really freaking love that bathroom. Oh, and even the lounge room and the bedroom. I like this house, okay? I'm biased because I built it, but I like it all. But guys, I hope you're having the spookiest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!